Good morning, folks. Sorry, we're running a couple minutes behind here, but yeah, I just got in, got parked, and all settled. Another lovely day here. See, 52 degrees Fahrenheit on this lovely Wednesday morning. Uh, I can't complain. I got my lawn mowed yesterday because it is raining cats and dogs outside, and it's not showing any signs of improvement. It looks like it's going to be raining all day, like it's in Wales or something. Somebody brought up an interesting point online. So let me get this straight, because it does kind of weird me out. A while back, Chris Eccleston did that movie or thing called John Lennon Naked, in which there was Beatles music. And keep in mind, this is a BBC production, right? Yet, we come to a Beatles episode for the first time in Doctor Who history, because remember, the Beatles did feature, but it was like on a thing way back when it was just, music that ended up getting edited out. Anyway, but we come to a Beatles episode, and they're saying there's not going to be any Beatles music in it. Now, a lot of people might have heard me wrong yesterday, by the way. I do like, musicals, but that's when I'm going to a movie to see a musical. If I get roped into a musical, I don't like it. Yeah, it was, well, actually, yeah, we had a pretty good rain last night and this morning. Uh, Good lightning show last night before I went to sleep. Um, but other than that, it's been the 50s out here, so I can't complain too much. It's not like subtropical, subarctic freezing. Yeah, but have they changed that much since they've done the one movie with Chris Eccleston? Because even then, you know, getting your hands on Beatles music. So that's another funny story a lot of people don't know about why Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson fell out, because they became fast friends and they know they did a couple things together back in the day, if you remember. And Paul made the suggestion, told Michael, look, the big money's to be made in, music rights and things like that. And so when the Beatles music came up for auction, Michael Jackson outbid Paul to get his hands on it. And that's one of the reasons Michael Jackson became a became pretty much a billionaire. It was not only the money he was making off Thriller and all that, but a lot of that money came from the fact he owned the freaking Beatles music. Now, where it went after that, I don't know. Okay, so that kind of explained why they never really worked together again. Because I remember back when they did a couple things together, like the Girl's Mind, Say, and things like that. Okay, I fully agree with you on there. Of all the shape shifting aliens that they had to screw with, the Zygons, you also have the Rutans, and we've not seen the Rutans on air since, of course, the horror of Fang Rock, which I believe was their one and only episode. But of course, you did have that shakedown movie and all that, but that had really nothing to do with Doctor Who. Where you had, the Ridge Sontarans. Like I said, my only other major concern is the first episode being called Space Babies with talking kids. And I'm like, oh, please no. Because then I'm flashing back to baby geniuses and things like that, and Look Who's Talking. And now the Look Who's Talking franchise did pretty well, but oh, goodness gracious, baby geniuses, I think, went right down the tubes, if I remember right. And I have no idea what's going on with that Harry Potter TV show. It's not really my cup of tea, so I was shocked it's even going to get off the ground because of the evil of J.K. Rowling. How dare you stand up and have an opinion that's contradictory to mine? Things like that. Aubrey Plaza, I'm not impressed. I think she's overrated. Yeah, okay, what else has been going on? Of course, we're on the eve of the Fallout TV show. Oh, okay. So new Irish prime ministers. Okay. I thought, wait a minute. It seemed like for a while there, the UK was going through prime ministers, as fast as they can get one in and out of the washer and dryer. But no. Apparently there was an announcement that the what's his name came out. Oh, great, I forgot his name. The fellow who plays Jon Snow. Uh, I'm blanking on his name at the moment. And he came out and said, no, the Jon Snow series that was being thrown around has been shot down. It's done. It's not being made. Thank you. I keep forgetting his name, Kit Harington. But yeah, he basically announced, no, it's not going to happen. And after what the two grand, it was what's her name, Lindelof, and what's his nuts, I can't remember their names either, because I haven't really kept track of the whole Game of Thrones thing since the ending, and everybody's whining, complaining about lighting in the one episode. I'm like, guys, when you're fighting combat at night, you're not going to have a brightly lit battlefield where everybody can see. But it did seem like to me like they did rush the last part of that series just so they could get done and get to their Star Wars movie, the one that got canceled because they effed up the ending of their own series so badly. But at the same time, I'm dying laughing at all the people who are throwing a fit because Daenerys went nuts. It's like, guys, she's a Targaryen. The Targaryens go nuts. That was the problem with the Targaryens. They were psychos. Was I moved by the eclipse? It was an interesting event. I did get a good look at it, and I'm still here to see. My eyes haven't burned out of my head, but at the same time, I wasn't staring at it for hours either. When the sky went dark, I went outside, looked up, and there it is. And I made sure not to look for too long because, sure, the brightness of the sun's no longer there, but the UV rays are. That's why you got to be very careful. It was a very interesting sight. Oreo was in the house. You know what? Yesterday he was sitting there staring up at the ceiling all day. That boy don't need an eclipse. A fly got in the house. So he was like standing there in the hallway staring up at the ceiling because a fly got in the house. And he was. So eclipse probably would have blown his mind because he was sure, intrigued by the fly. Yeah, it was really, interesting to see. Like I said, we'll get another one in a few years. Plus the fact that, we just happen to be right in the, line of totality or whatever they call it. And so we got a damn good view. Plus it was a clear day here. So it was. Oh, authorities is claiming Jinx is the master. Okay, now I don't think so. Not with what I've seen from the clips. From what I've seen of the clips of the episode, I don't think that Jinx is. Because of the abilities Jinx seems to be using. Or yeah, it could be, we haven't seen the monk and there have been teasers that we're going to see villains back other than, the Celestial Toy Maker. So we're going to have to wait and see. Well, folks, I just looked at the time. It's getting close for me to run. It's time for me to run inside. So please, be kind, be calm, be safe out there. Take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, Fallout series is due out, I believe, tomorrow. And so I'm looking forward to that. So take care, everyone, and have a great day.